What's up, fam? May I call you fam? As a little follow-up to my original EDC video, got immediately called out by a couple of my friends who noticed that I did not show off a couple of my items in my EDC, one of which is an additional knife. And I said this video series was not going to be about knives, so I didn't want to speak on that too much, but this is also part of my EDC. I'm showing off actually a secret development here. It's coming soon, so that might cause me to delay posting this video, but there's the karambite. I didn't want to speak on knives too much, so I didn't talk about that knife. I just decided to show off one. And the other two items are trinkets. In a way, they're very cool trinkets, but somehow or another, I just couldn't allow myself to confess that I carry trinkets. First one is this very cool piece right here, made by a very cool guy on Instagram. I believe his handle is Skulls for All. It might be the number 4, Skulls for All. This is a fella that rescues vintage skeletons, and he makes art from the bones. So this is a little human skull carved from an actual human skull, and crossed femurs carved from actual femur, and then I set them in epoxy myself and made them into a coin as a little memento mori, and I carry that every day. So the second item is this right here. This is a solid silver Zippo holder. There's a fella named DCS David on Instagram who does a wax replacement technique. He physically carves this out of wax, casts that, and then pours in molten silver that replaces the wax. This is like 3.5 ounces of solid silver and solid craftsmanship, and got a little jet Zippo insert there for cigars. Somehow I wasn't in the mood to show off my toys when I was doing my EDC video. My friends really wanted me to show off what they considered my real EDC handgun. The 43X is a real EDC handgun as well, but it is typically something you'll only catch me wearing on a light day when I'm underdressed, when it's incredibly warm, when I'm going from here to there. But this is clear is my real everyday carry. This is what you'd catch me carrying most days. Let's talk about what I need a handgun to do. I travel a lot for work, and there are some occasions where this is the only gun that I bring with me. And when the only gun that you bring with you is a handgun, it should probably be a pretty awesome handgun. So what's built into this? We have extended threaded barrel by Silencer Co. We have a JK Armament CCX micro suppressor. We have a TLR IR that is the Streamlight with the infrared light and laser. Also the Aimpoint Acro P2 suppressor height sights, a GlockTriggers.com Haley skimmer trigger. I've been running that trigger for years. And then on the bottom we have Magwell, which is made by a company called SLR. And then there's the why. The why of all this enclosed red dot sight An open red dot sight is insanity at this point. If you want to carry that for fun and games, knock yourself out. If you want to carry red dot sight enabled handgun professionally, that needs to be enclosed and encapsulated. I have an IR laser and light on here for running with nods. And when my gun goes pop, I don't want to go deaf. So that is what this suppressor does. If you're familiar with conventional suppressors, how quiet is this one? How quiet is that one? This micro suppressor, you pop off around with that, the first thing you're going to say is, well, I can't believe how loud that was. And the second thing you're going to say is, I can't believe my hearing still works. That is all that this is designed to accomplish. That's all I wanted to accomplish. I have never even tried this suppressor with the other baffles on there. The TRL IR, when I travel, I bring night vision with me. Always. I travel with at least PVS 14, a single monocular. I want to have redundant aiming options. I want to have light for my night vision, so that gives you the illumination as well as the laser. And then the magwell for faster magazine changes. No, it's not a concern of mine. For me, this is about having an index point here at the bottom where my hand needs to get to if my placement is off. I have one at the top where my fingers touch the bottom of the trigger guard, and then I have one at the bottom where my hand sits on the magwell. So all this really does for me is it gives me an index point, okay? If I need to make for my gun, I just want some type of indication that is feeling to brain that tells me that I'm on my gun right before I draw it from the holster. And that is my true everyday carry and travel pistol. Hope you all enjoyed. If you have any ideas what you'd like me to yammer about next, I'm trying to take all this disclosure a little more lightly than I would. But if you have a stunning idea what you'd like me to talk about next, feel free to hit me up in the DMs. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Pacha.